Hello and welcome to RookGypsy Plays Pokemon Ruby. This is part 23. I'm just lowered the sound a bit. There we go. Part 23, and I have no memory or recollection of what I am doing anymore. Oh, it's coming back to me. Right, let's go to this thing here. Galteria. Here doesn't guard the doing fine. I wanted to switch out Loudred with something else. Oh well. Can't do that now, so. Well. Gardevoir. What do I have in this area? Bully Cove. Alright. Let's see what we have in our Pokemon box. We have nothing. Alright, well. That goes to show how useful our adventures have been. Alright, there's like something in my nose. Alright, so where are the Pokemon levels around here? It's been like way too long. I think it's been like a week and a half since I last recorded. I have just been like lazy, really. I've just not recorded anything. I was looking for like something to emulate. Like I'm looking for an emulator for what's it called? Nintendo 64 games. Eventually found one called Dolphin. I'm just like, oh, okay, that's good work. And I tried. I was looking like, oh, what should I download? Should I download this or that? Looking at the games, I'm just like, And I realized I didn't want to play any of them. There's only like 3 games I was mildly interested in. One was the Pokemon Coliseum game, and then the other Pokemon Coliseum game, and then the Yu-Gi-Oh game, the one that's like unlike other Yu-Gi-Oh games. Dark moves, right? Well, I am sort of getting my Pokemon confused as well, because I was playing Black. Like, at the same time as this, I was playing, like, Pokemon Black and stuff. And then I was like, oh, Black is fun. It's sort of annoying. I don't like my rivals very much, because... Or rivals, I guess. Because they keep, like, following me around and challenging me, like, after every single gym. It's like, okay, well... Now we've got the rival! And I'm like, that's annoying. But I was like, I should play Black again. Because like, I played Platinum and I was like, and then so I played Black. I don't want to like play this unless I'm recording it, so... You know, Ruby's for recording purposes, so that's what I was like. I'll play Black, and then I realized I don't like Black. Like, I was having fun, but I was like, I don't really associate with these... I don't feel a connection with these Pokemon that I'm currently using. Being a psychic is about willpower. I will myself not to lose anyone, that makes me strong. So I'm like, I don't really like all of these Pokemon that I'm using. And such. I like some of them, but I don't really like all of them. I don't like my starter very much. I wish I had like the other Pokemon instead, you know, and I'm just like, And I got to like, I beat all the gym leaders, and now I'm like at Victory Road, and I'm just like, I don't want to go in to Victory Road, which just seems like a pain. But, oh well. Because I'm like, I'm just remembering, like, I had bad memories of like Black, because that was the one that was like super annoying, where you had to like fight all these people. And it's like, oh, you know, you fight these 4, and then you fight, whatever his face is, right? All of Team Plasma again. Then after you beat Team Plasma, you fight the leaders, and then you fight like, oh, these people and those people, and then eventually you fight N, and then he leaves. And then afterwards you can fight the 84 again, but now they're like twice as strong. Because they leveled up, you know. But it's like, you guys even leveled up immediately. Because you have used this, like, you know, a little bit earlier, you know, when you fought the Team Plasma. It's just, story-wise, you just look at the game, you're like, wow, the Elite Four is worthless. You know. They really just don't do anything. But yeah, no, so I downloaded a couple more games, or a lot more games. And that got me into like this downloading thing where I was like, you know, I initially got the 3DS. Sorry, let me back up. I initially got the DS emulator, the Decimal Me DS emulator, whatever, right? And I was like, oh, you know, I'm using it, well, that's fun, download this, let's download that, what games do I want to download? These ones I never got to play, these ones I haven't played in a while, I haven't seen this one in a long time, I'll download this while I'm at it. All these, like, lists of games, right? So I'm downloading, like, a ton of games. And then recently I was like, alright, well, these are the games I didn't download. Let's download them anyways, I might get to them. So I downloaded a bunch of other games that I'm like, oh hey, that might be cool, because when I downloaded them, right? Half the games I downloaded from memory, the other half I downloaded from, this is in the first download, half of them from memory, the other half are from, I was looking up the Wikipedia list of, like, games to play and stuff, and I was like, this'll be fun, this'll be interesting, this looks cool, and stuff. And then I, like, later looked up some, like, it was on the Wikipedia page, so I was like trying to figure out which ones are American and whatnot. And then I found a website called like the Nico blog. Well, not the Nico blog, but I found Nico blog. So I was like looking for Pokemon Black, and I was like, how come I can't download it from this one? How come I can't download it here? This list doesn't have it, and whatnot. Eventually, I found it on Nico blog, and I was like, oh, that's cool. Oh, there's a lot more Pokemon games that they have. Mt.pyre, where the spirits of Pokemon sleep. Will your Pokemon sleep? Nope. I don't live forever. But I was like on Nico blog, and I was like, oh cool, looking at all this stuff. So I downloaded more Pokemon games, and looked up, I was like, oh hey. I was looking up the website, I was like, oh, this person has a lot more stuff on here. They even have like a 3DS emulator, which I'm like, no, I'm not gonna get that. I'll use it for like the old games, so I'm not going to use an emulator for like the most modern game console. Or a modern game console, more accurate. So I was like, alright. I have the GBA one already, so. And I have a DS one already, so I went through the, oh, whoops. I went through the games, and I was like, alright, downloading this, downloading that. Oh, I didn't download this one. Oh, this looks cool. Oh, I completely forgot about this one and whatnot. All these different other games. So the second batch was from Nico blog. I downloaded a ton of games from Nico blog, including like the Mega Man series. Well, I mean not the Mega Man series, but the Mega Man Battle Network series, to be more accurate. And I mean there are like a couple Mega Man series, right? So there is the original Rockman, Mega Man, whichever one you'd like to call it. Rockman is, of course, the Japanese name for Mega Man. I mean, they just called it Mega in America. I'm not sure why. It's just like one of those weird translation issues. But it's like, you know, I'm not going to complain about that. It's actually pretty cool, like, translation. Mega. So there's a Mega Man series. The original one involves like a war between like humans and robots, except they're not called humans and they're not called robots. It's like, I don't remember what the humans were called, but it's like something and the Mavericks, I think, is the term they use, like for the robots are like Mavericks. So there was, initially you play as, actually no, not, I mean there's like a couple different games, right? So there's that one, you play as Mega Man. I think the original one is like you play as like the creation of Dr. Light, you fight Dr. Wily and his robot stuff, robot lords or whatever. So you go and you fight him. Want to determine how strong you are? I'll give you the test. So you fight, you fight 9 robots in 9 very hard stages. It's a platformer shooter, a 2D platformer essentially, and then you eventually take down Dr. Wily. They have like 10 of those, which is very impressive. It's not gonna go well. So here it is. So there's like 10 of the original series, and then they made like a compilation for it, as well as like another series like Mega Man Zero or something. And that followed the story of Zero. It's like a different robot, you know. Mega Man's always blue or something. Zero is always like red. Like Mega Man's always blue, his ally is always red. Zero is like the prototype of Mega Man or something. There's a lot of like backstory on board that I did not get into, and I was never around for the original Mega Man games, so that's not the one I'm like immediately familiar with. I do know like the Zero games. There's like 4 Zero games, and then there's like they made like 2 more later for something. I don't remember. I think they made some more for like the DS games, and that was like X and ZX or something. Mega Man Zero X and then Zero ZX, or they might have just been like X and ZX or something. But those are pretty cool games, and follow the same, like it's still like a 2D shooter. The next in the series that I am very accustomed with is the Battle Network series. And the Battle Network is like completely different from the original Mega Man games. So in this world, you have humans. It's sort of like, you know, it is pretty much like our world, but it's like 3 protects in a row, or like 2 in a row, really. So he's psychic. So don't want to waste psychic on this guy. Why is everyone? We did half damage and then half damage again, but the half damage left an HP. So really? Annoying. Oh well. So yeah, I initially knew Mega Man as from Battle Network series. Or no, I didn't know. Never mind. I did play some of the like other games originally, and then I found the Battle Network series. I just didn't remember until now because I played them like at my cousin's house, but he's in Taiwan, so I was like, and those are like, this is like back in the day when games were excruciatingly difficult. There was like one level that we played where it was it was like, first of all, to be fair, right? These games are very difficult. Like, my cousin was only slightly better than me. And this is like the first, like, I was playing on the PS2. I did not have a PS2 growing up. I had a GameCube. So PS2 was like, I don't really know how to use this very well. I don't know the buttons. But, there was like this level where like you're playing as somebody. I don't remember who it was. By the way, I think it was like you could choose between Mega Man and Zero. This was like a 3D platformer at this point. You had to jump from robot, like ship. You were on like, there are all these like planes, like bomber planes, lined up, like flying together in this very dangerous formation. Where it's like, it's like if you had lined up like an army of tanks, but they're all planes flying in the air in like a formation, and it's like, not even like, you know how like normally when you see planes in formation, it's like a arrow formation or something. This one, it was like you had rows and rows and rows of planes, which when you think about it nowadays is like incredibly dangerous because they're gonna, you can crash and stuff. But they had that, so you had to jump from plane to plane, and they were like hostages or something that were people they had to rescue so often. So like they only had like 3 lives. So you go from plane to plane, and then you rescue the hostages, and then I was like, okay. Or I mean, that's all we really got to. It was because we only got to like the second part, which was you fly on the planes, and then eventually you get into one of the planes, and then in that plane there's another mission, or it's like the main plane or something, which is just means it's a plane that's like irrationally big, like 4 times the size of a normal plane. You're supposed to do some missions inside. You're supposed to do like some stuff inside there, and you eventually get to the boss or something. We never got to the boss. We would always die because these were like cruel games. It was like you play, and then first life you get to the inside. Okay, that's great. If you die, you have to start all over again. If you don't get to the checkpoint, there are like checkpoints throughout, but if you don't do it, you have to like start from the very beginning. They were very cool games. Oh, you're worthy, all right. But I was introduced to Mega Man through the first Mega Man game I played was the Battle Network series. And in the Battle Network series, it's pretty much it's a futuristic Earth, and you have where everything is sci-fi. It's like super sci-fi. So there's like a network that connects to like everything. Everything is electronic. And then you have this thing called a PET, like personal something terminal or something. I don't remember what the E is. And in the PETs you have these things called navies, like navigators or something. That's what it's short for, or something. So use my rod. Anything good here? I have an old rod and a good rod. Oops, jumped the gun there. So yeah. Nope. Alright, whatever, I'm not good at this. But you would fight other trainers. So I know. I'm stuck in my thoughts. But you play as pretty much Lan Hikari, who is the son of this giant, or not giant, but he's the son of a engineer, scientist, sort of thing, who works at Scilab, which is like a science lab. It's like, could have thought a better name, but oh well. Switch that back to normal. Let's go back. You're the son of this renowned scientist, engineer person. But then you're like also like the loser at he starts out as like the loser at school or something. I never played the original like first 2 Battle Network games. I started with 3. I never played 4, but I played 5 and 6. I played and then like those were the times where it was like it started to get popular, where you have like 2 games with different features on each one and stuff. So the one I started out playing was Mega Man 3 Blue, and then I played I didn't play like Mega Man 4. Instead I played 5, which was like the team ones. And I chose Proto Man because I only knew Proto Man. I didn't know what like who Colonel was and what he was like known for. So I just did I only used Team Protoman, which was pretty good. I mean, this is back with like Eggman always had like all these different features that made him like, you know, the protagonist features that made him like really cool compared to other Navis and stuff. But like growing up, that was a really hard game. But recently, I just started like playing. You know, I had a hard time playing Mega Man back when I was like in elementary school. Now that I'm like an adult, I replayed the game, or I'm in the process of replaying it, it's like a lot easier than I remember it to be. I think as a kid you're not very like good and patient with stuff, but like when you're an adult you're like, man, it's easy mode now. I'll use launcher or whatever. So become a favorite respects to the rest of the hard Pokemon, best we can perform a lot. And then they'll play the Battle Network games, so all sorts of games wander the slopes of Mount Pyre. There's no telling what may happen. Take this for your own good. Ooh, flex tag. Don't know what that does. I don't remember what that does. Okay. So, and I got the Cyber Beast Gregor, not Falzer. Like, I mean, I don't know. At the time, I thought I liked Gregor because it was cooler. Now I'm like, Falzer would be more efficient as he flies. Then people are saying like Gregor is a better game or something. So I looked online and all the reviews were like Gregor is better. So this is the final resting place for my Zitsukin. I cherished it. Okay. And then what's it called? So I mean that's like there's a Battle Network series and you have the Navis. Everything's controlled sort of by like internet, and because of that, there's like a lot of like there's like net viruses and stuff. Memories of my darling city. My husband was thinking about it. There's like all these like viruses and stuff that are like threatening it, and of course the antagonist is this person called guess who? Dr. Wily, of course, right? So I mean, Dr. Wily's back. He's got like organizations and stuff. Instead of having like giant like super machine monsters. Or super mechas to like do his bidding. Now he has like net navis like he creates. He's like a genius. I mean, he is the evil genius like person, right? He's old, he's the evil genius, and he's always trying to destroy the world. Now, you don't know why he's trying to destroy the world. He's trying to destroy the world. Oh, hey, are you here? Are you searching for a Pokemon? You came along after me. You're rude. Oh, searching for Pokemon. I don't know how am I rude? How am I rude, Hoodie? Oh, you're crazy. Okay. See ya later. But yeah. Fire Pokemon. Don't have good. Oh well. I don't have good alternatives. Oh well. But like, so I mean, you have to fight. You make friends with everyone, and then you have to fight his Navis. So Mega Man this time is the name of your Navi. And one of the things that was cool was that well, I mean, it's the pretty standard story, right? You start out as the loser of school. You're the worst, like, because like I guess for some reason all the kids have Navis and they like to fight each other. I can't be on a dare with my boyfriend. It's really scary, but I'm with my boyfriend. It's okay. I don't get my boyfriend to be cool by beating you. To be cool at beating you. Wow. But like you have the Navis and stuff. In the like TV show, like everyone has Navi. They use them for like basic everyday functions and such. And then so yeah, I mean that's why. And then you have Dr. Wily. It makes you think like, if everyone has a Navi, how come I'm the only person like saving the world? You know? Because like it's like now there's like a new TV show where it's like the sport is to use Navis to fight each other, and they have these like. They made like chips and thing where you have like battle chips that you can use as to give your Navi like a boost and such. So like there's a sword chip, so if you use it, your Navi gets a sword and whatnot. I think the first 2 games are like establishing like Lan as a character. And then, I mean, there's the other games, but 3 was like one of the very few games when I was younger that I actually played from start to finish and beat. So, there's holes in the ground here and there. I didn't notice until the tumble for above. The other thing is, I mean, after the Battle Network series, there's like 6 of those, which I downloaded all of them, of course. There's no place for children, least of all you. After that was the, there are 3 games for the DS. I don't remember what they were. It was like, Star Force, that's what it was. It was, Mega Man Star Force, and this is like, this is very similar to the, I would say it's more similar to the, Battle Network series. I lost it completely. Which is very strange, because it's like, alright, well, you have these people, I mean, you have, it's the same, like, super high-tech world, but it said that we have this, like, network that's, we have, like, personal computers on our wrists, and everything is because of, the world is connected due to, like, 3 satellites, which, you know, corresponds to the 3, like, titles of the game, because there are 3, this is, like, the first time it's, like, there's 3 instead of, like, 2. Normally the games are in pairs, this was a trio, so it was, like, Leo, Dragon, and Pegasus were the 3 that you could choose. And those are, of course, the satellites that you have. So then, the whole idea was that you know, for all these games, your dad's always famous. That's what's interesting. The rich atmosphere of the mountain has elevated my psychic power. I'm your child like you dream of winning. It was like, alright, well, I have this. And that one, this one was like, it's very similar to the Battle Network series, but they changed it again. So, like, the way the Battle Network was is, you have random encounters, which is the same here. And then you have, like, so you have random encounters, and there's, like, 2 worlds. There's the human world, and then there's, like, the, you know, digital world, right? I mean, like, it's there. And then you have, your Navi travels the digital world while you travel the physical world solving problems. And in the digital world, you run into, like, random battles and viruses that you fight from time to time. With, background, with Star Force, it's very similar, where you have this team of, you have, like, you know, this 2 worlds as well, but instead of I never beat all of those games, actually. I never beat the Star Force games. I only beat the Mega Man Battle Network games. But the main difference that I remember there being is that instead, oh, I need to probably do a little higher. Instead of, like, there's still 2 realms. There's, like, the human realm, and Star Force is still 2 realms. There's the human realm, and then there's the Wi-Fi realm. It's really not like a digital world anymore. The Wi-Fi realm, it's still random battles, but the battling is just different. With the Battle Network series, you have, like, a grid of 3x3, or you have 2 grids of 3x3 next to each other. You're on one side, your opponent's on the other side. And then you try to destroy your opponent, essentially. With the, what's it called? Star Force series, you have, it's still, like, it is still a grid of 3x6, but instead of dividing the grid in half, you get, like, 1 line of 3 grids, and that's it. So you have to, like, figure all this other stuff out. And it was very confusing for me, at least, so. Did not like the Star Force series. Really prefer the Battle Network. And, you know, that's just the way it is. And I'm out of time. I spent a lot of time talking about random stuff this time. But, oh well. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next part. Bye.